of our quarantine at Revel Strength and Fitness, and I put up an at-home workout today. There's only one version because you don't need any weights to do today's workout. It is all body weight. Two things that I would have, one is obviously a sturdy wall for the wall climbs, and the second is a yoga mat. Doing V-ups on a hardwood floor or a concrete floor is really hard on your tailbone and your behind, so I would go ahead and get something soft you can work on. I have a bunch of yoga mats at home, but maybe you have a good soft blanket or a towel or something that you could work on today. So those are the two things I would grab. Our workout today is 6 rounds for total reps. Each round is 3 minutes long, so you've got 2 minutes of work followed by 1 minute of rest, and that will be going on for 6 rounds, so a total of 18 minutes. The work you're doing today is 2 wall climbs, 18 V-ups, and in the remaining time of the 2 minutes, you're gonna be doing as many pistols as you can, and then you get a full minute to rest. So let's say the 2 wall climbs and the 18 V-ups take you a minute and a half. You have 30 seconds to do as many pistols as you can, and then you rest for 1 minute. You need to scale this work as much as you need to have enough time for pistols. I would say at a minimum 30 seconds. So if 2 wall climbs and 18 V-ups is taking you a minute 55, you need to scale that back. Maybe you only do 1 wall climb and 10 V-ups, or 2 wall climbs and 10 V-ups, or something like that. Something where you can scale and modify so you can get the work you need to be doing in a minute and a half, so you have 30 seconds to do pistols. I did talk to a few people today, and they're actually going ahead and taking the time restraints out and just doing the entire workout for time. So they're not worried about working for 2 minutes and then resting for 1. They're just starting the clock and they're going through this in rounds. If that was me, I would set a goal for pistols. Let's say I would do 10 to 15 each round. So you've got 6 rounds total. I would do 2 wall climbs, 18 V-ups, and then 10 to 15 pistols, depending on your skill and ability. And I've got tons of ways to scale the pistols, so don't worry if you're not exactly sure how to do that one-legged squat. So a ton of ways to scale today's workout. I'm going to show you the 3 movements you need to know, ways to modify that for you and to do them at home. And I hope you have a really great workout. And don't forget to post how many pistols you get. It'll be really exciting to see. Yesterday when I looked on our Wodify, we had 22 people do the workout. And that's not even including everyone who's not a member of Revel Strength and Fitness. So keep it coming, stay active, and stay safe and stay healthy. And I'm excited for you guys to be here with me today. Thanks. All right, guys, I'm going to talk about the wall climb first. A couple things that I want to make sure you guys are thinking about when you're doing a wall climb. 1, you only go up as high as you feel comfortable. And remember, if you walk your hands up, you then have to walk your hands down. So you don't want to exhaust yourself going all the way up and then get stuck and not be able to get down because your arms are completely blown up. So when you're warming up for this, really make sure you know where your limit is. Maybe in the first couple rounds, you can go up a little bit higher. And then as the rounds get tougher and your arms get more fatigued, you can't go up as high. But your entire goal here is to be really, really safe and know your limit, okay? So you don't have to go up all the way. Second, and I'm going to show you, but I'm going to get a little bit further away and I want you to hear this. Remember, when you're doing a wall climb, you want to pike your butt up to the sky. If your butt starts to sag, you will start to slip down the wall. Plus, it doesn't put your back at a really good angle, and it puts undue stress on your back. So pike your butt up high, keep your feet flat on the wall so you have something to leverage yourself against, and really press hard into the arms, okay? So I'm going to show you a full one, and then I'm going to show you a couple points that I want to make on the wall climb. So I'm going to start down here. The wall climb begins and ends on your chest. So you don't want to just pull off the wall and go to your feet. You want to start and end here, okay? When I begin, again, I'm going to push into my hands and I'm going to start to walk my feet up the wall. Notice how my butt is really high, okay? I'm pressing into my hands. My feet are flat against the wall, and I'm gonna walk all the way up until I get my nose to the wall, and then I'm gonna walk myself all the way back down, all the way down to my chest, okay? It's really important that you don't lean into the wall and that you keep that butt high, okay? So if you're just starting out, a couple things I would think about is maybe just stepping 2 feet back on the wall. So what I would do, if I was just starting out, I would push up into my hands, I would lift my butt, and I would just go to here, okay? And then I would walk back down. So if you notice, I didn't even move my hands. They stayed exactly where they are. As you get a little bit stronger, you can start to move your hands back. Maybe 1 or 2 steps, hold it for a brief second, and then walk back out, okay? Another thing for my advanced people that are gonna walk all the way up, what I don't want you to do is stop your hands really far from the wall and then try to lean into the wall, okay, just to get the nose to touch. That's so arbitrary. Your goal is to get a good workout and strengthen those shoulders. What we don't want is you to dislocate your shoulders because you're trying to get the nose to the wall. So for instance, if I'm starting out, okay, and I'm walking up and I can only get to here, I'm not gonna try to lean into the wall. All I'm gonna do is say, okay, that's where I got, and I'm gonna come back down, okay? So again, you need to know your limit here. Only go up as far as you feel comfortable. When you walk up, you then have to walk back out. So be really conscious of that, okay? If your wrists and your hands won't let you do a wall climb at all, let's go ahead and do a plank jack. And let's do 18 plank jacks, just like our V-up. So what that's gonna look like is I'm gonna be in a plank, okay? And I'm just gonna go out and in with my feet, right? So a plank jack, out and in is 1, out and in is 2, okay? So that's how I would scale this if your wrist will not let you go up on the wall, which is totally fine. You do not have to get inverted for today's workout to get a good workout, all right? So either 2 wall climbs at your own level or 18 plank jacks, okay? Okay guys, we just talked about the wall climb and now we're gonna talk about the V-up. If you need a little bit of a scale or modify for this V-up, let's go ahead and just do a regular sit-up, or I'm gonna show you a 1-leg V-up that you can do as well for a modified version of this. It's a really hard ab movement, especially if you do them correctly, so feel free to modify if necessary, okay? So I'm gonna show you first a full V-up and then I'll show you ways to modify it from there. So first we've got to talk about our hollow body. When we're in this V-up position, you want to think about keeping that rib cage really pushed down and our low back firmly pressed onto the ground. So what I don't want is space in between the floor and your back. That is the opposite of what we want. So see how my rib cage is flared up? I want the opposite of that. So I want to take my rib cage and push it down to the ground. I do that by lifting my shoulder blades up and coming into a banana position. In a V-up, our hands are gonna be behind the head. We're gonna take our feet close to the floor. We're gonna come all the way up and touch our toes, okay? And then all the way back down, trying to maintain that good banana position. Our goal is to not collapse in between each one, okay? So again, hollow body, V-up, try not to collapse, and then come back up. Maintain the hollow body. That's your goal for this workout. If you needed to scale and needed to go to 1 leg, you're gonna do this. 1 leg is gonna be up, the other one's gonna be nice and straight. Same banana position, but you're gonna come up and you're gonna use this foot to help you press to touch that toe. And then you'd switch, same thing. Use this leg to help you come all the way up and touch that toe, okay? That's a really great way to scale if you're just getting into the V-up. And if you're doing it for this workout, I would do 9 on 1 leg and 9 on the other, okay? And if you're not feeling super strong today, you can always start out with V-ups, full V-ups and then go into one leg V-ups later on in the rounds if you needed, okay? So maintain the hollow body, try to come all the way up and touch the toes, and then don't collapse at the bottom. Good luck. Okay guys, last but not least in this workout is the pistol or the one-legged squat. I'm going to show you the pistol modified since most of us are going to be doing it with some sort of modification, and then I'll show you a few full pistols without any assistance. So if you're just starting out, the pistol, you're going to use something that's pretty low that you can get a good drive through your standing leg and also keep that other leg up. I'm going to use a box. If I was at home, I would use my ottoman or possibly a kitchen chair or something like this. Working one leg at a time is really critical and crucial for the strength of our legs. So if you don't probably notice if you're doing squats on a regular basis, you have a dominant leg and a non-dominant leg. So usually when we're squatting, that dominant leg is doing most of the work. So when we do something like a pistol, it's really great because we can see the weakness in our non-dominant leg and it helps us work that weakness so we're more balanced. A lot of times if we have an overcompensating dominant leg, it can do a lot of stuff. It can push off our hips, it can hurt our back, it can do a lot of really negative things to our body. So working single leg or single arm or something like that into your workouts is a really, really great tool. Okay, so I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna keep the box pretty high. As you get stronger, I'll show you how you can lower the box. So when you do a pistol, okay, you're gonna have one leg that's down and one leg that's up, okay? And you don't have to keep it straight, but you wanna make sure that that leg that's on the floor is doing all of the work. I'm gonna keep my chest tall. I'm gonna sit down to the box with my standing leg and then drive all the way up through that standing leg to get to full stand, okay? Again, my chest is tall. I'm sitting down to whatever I'm sitting on, ottoman, chair, box, and then standing up through that dominant leg. Then I would switch. Again, standing tall, sitting down on the box, pushing all the way through that standing leg before I set my other foot down. Your goal is to keep the leg that's off the ground up off the ground instead of helping you, okay? So as you get stronger, sometimes this tends to drop and help push us off the floor. Try to keep that leg up as much as we can. As you get stronger, you can take your box onto a lower setting. Again, down, coming all the way up, switching legs, down, and then driving up, okay? So that's a really great way to modify a pistol at home. If you're doing a full pistol, what it's gonna look like, same thing, one leg's gonna be off the ground. You're gonna come all the way down to the bottom of that squat and drive all the way back up through that standing leg before you set your other leg down, okay? And you'll alternate back and forth between legs. So in this workout, you're gonna alternate. I don't know if I wrote that on our Instagram post, but you will alternate legs. And each leg is one. So 1, 2, 3, okay? So make sure each round you write that number down because that's gonna be your score at the end, okay? If you needed to scale this, you could always just do a regular air squat. No weight, no box, just coming down and standing all the way tall with both legs. So don't be afraid to modify that if you need to, okay? Good luck, post those times, you guys are gonna do great.